Now, have you ever wanted to write a song? Have you ever wanted to be a Hollywood actor? Have you ever wanted to be on the big screen? I'm just going to show you how. I'm just going to show you a few tips and tricks today, alright? In my opinion, I think the film industry is a sort of messed up place. I don't know why you would want to be in the film industry, but if you do, let me teach you some tips and tricks. So if you are to audition for a commercial or a movie or a TV show, you know, you want to end up on the next Stranger Things, which likeliness of that happening, I'm just going to tell you, with the film industry, it is, you're flipping a million-sided coin if you want to do that. But you have to pour your soul into it. And unlike theater, or like, you know, a soap opera, you can't go over the top. You can't go outside the box. You gotta stay inside the flower pot. You can't grow out the window. Yeah, they won't accept you if you do that. Now, it's not a matter of, oh, you did bad. No, it's not that. It's actually, they want it to be realistic. So, have you ever, the difference between live theater and a movie, the biggest difference is a movie or TV show looks more realistic. Say, if you saw Hamilton in the theater, dog, it's the funniest thing ever. Live theater, anything can happen, and the whole point of live theater is entertaining you in the moment. A movie, they have the option to retake a film 900 million times, and then they pour it all into this so that it looks nice and clean for the viewers. You just need to know it's going to take a lot of commitment. You're going to have to drive to a lot of sets, and you're going to have to, well, if you are below the age of 18, you're probably going to have a car. I hate to break it to you unemployed people, but it's coming. But if you make it past that, and you want to be a star, you want to be the next Tom Cruise, or whatever your favorite actor on screen is, then you need to get yourself an agent to find you work to do, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you're going to, I mean, people can reach out to you, however, it's probably better if they reach out to your agent. First of all, it's a bit safer, and second of all, well, why wouldn't you want someone to find your work for you? That's the whole point of an agent. That's like fighting for yourself in court. That's what lawyers are for. But yeah, anyway, that is my tips on the film industry. Now let's move on to what I specialize in, theater. Now, to be a good actor, you need to master your who.
What? When? Where? Who? What? When? Where? And why?
You know, that's the obvious stuff. Just like writing a character and playing a character are the same thing. Kind of. One of them's live. And two, you need to learn how to portray different emotions. Now, I was only good at portraying the dumb emotion back then. But as you grow, you kind of realize that to portray each emotion, you don't need to go all out. So, for example, I think the biggest one is people think that to act sad, they need to learn how to make literal teardrops fall from their eyes. But no, you just have to act kind of depressed. Let's be honest. Now, sadness is probably the hardest emotion to act because you don't want to make it too realistic, because then it's not going to look, you're going to kind of not look very powerful. That's the trick. You want to go a little further out to the point where it's a little obnoxious, actually. But if you can cry, that is cool. But if you can't, I'm going to teach you how to look extra sad. Now, my trick to crying, though, is if you're backstage, you're going to want to walk around with your eyes wide open like you're a raccoon, right? And you're just going to walk in circles with your eyes open until your eyes start watering, and then eventually teardrops will fall, and then you just got to do that right, like a good 3 minutes before you go on stage, and just do that for 3 minutes, and you should be good. But you see, that one, the time really varies for that. So if you can't do that, there are other ways that some people can do. However, none of them are probably good for your mental health after you finish the show. So what you want to do is you kind of want to make your voice a little higher and make yourself sound a little sad, you see? And then you're going to want to kind of pull your nose in like this, like you're trying to look like a pug. And then you want to kind of like that with your eyes. You got like kind of glare, but you just want to look sad. And then you kind of smile a bit so you look kind of sad. I know that doesn't make sense, but just bear with me. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to flush all your socks down the toilet. You see? Now, happiness is a good emotion. You just gotta act like you just got, like, your favorite birthday present. Whee, yay! And then, for anyone who doesn't do theater, trust me, I'm not, like, psychologically insane. I'm just trying to teach. And then, disgust. Did you really just ask me what disgust is? You kinda wanna pretend to throw up. You just kinda gotta act, like, annoyed, you know? And you just gotta imagine the taste of, you just take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, except instead of peanut butter and jelly, you take Kermit the Frog's breath, if he was an actual frog, and then you take Lizzo's socks, you slap them together, and then you let it marinate for a good 3 weeks, and then you just imagine what that would probably taste and smell like. I got you retching at the screen, didn't I? And finally, anger. I can't believe you would even ask me how to do anger, man. Flip you! Nah, but for real, if you're Gen Z, just pretend like you got your Atari taken away, and if you're Gen Alpha or Gen Beta, I don't really care. I don't know. Pretend like the day that Roblox chat got banned. I don't really know. I don't know what y'all cry about these days or get angry about. If you watch this video all the way through, I thank you, because not a lot of people do that. And I really, really hope you learned something new, especially about the film industry, because the point is, don't try unless you know you have links. I'm just kidding. Always go for your dreams. Just, the biggest thing to worry about is just accept that failure will happen. It always does. However, failures always build us up to get better. You see, failure are the seeds for success. You think Isaac Newton found out the apple fell on his head the first time? What they don't tell you is the second time it was a persimmon. Anyway, I'm gonna eat one of these Werther's Originals because they're good. Not sponsored. I'm not really that popular yet. If you learned something new, thank you a lot for watching. And next video, who knows? I might just teach you how to fly a plane.